This is, oh, yeah, can everyone hear me? Cool, lots of lights. Oh, cool. Yeah, so this is Kartik. I'm building Spring Roll. So what we're doing is we're doing a professional network on the blockchain, right? And everyone has used LinkedIn here, so I'm kind of going to talk about the problems on LinkedIn. So this is the total market. It's basically the entire recruiting industry, which is in billions of dollars, freelancing, recruiting, hiring, sales, whatnot. So what are the current problems with online professional identity, especially around professional networks? So everyone here has endorsements on LinkedIn. Like, how many of you actually believe in it, right? Like, I have 14,000 connections on LinkedIn. I have thousands of endorsements. I have endorsements on cooking. Like, I can cook, but I'm not a great cook, right? It's not something I would want to put on my profile. And it's the same problem on your information. So I went to Carnegie Mellon, got a degree, master's degrees there, but I can say I got a PhD, and there's no way to verify. So this is a solution. Yeah, so our team. So I built a Bitcoin exchange in 2013. This was back when Bitcoin wasn't sexy. I went to this conference in Vegas along with Brock Pierce and other people, and we eventually shut it down. Bitcoin crashed from $1,000 to $100, and I was in school. I was at Carnegie Mellon, and I was like, OK, let's shut it down. We'll come back to it at some point. Then the other people, we have Alex Waters, who is also part of the Bitcoin core committee. He's actually coded for the Bitcoin, the initial blockchain, right? Then there's Rick Marini, who is the founder of Branchout, which had 800 million people. And there's Mike Jones, who's the CEO of MySpace. He quit MySpace. He sold MySpace. He started Science and did a Science blockchain ICO. Yeah, so the journey so far. So we started this in 2014, right out of Carnegie Mellon. We've placed over 1,000 candidates. We're profitable. We have hired people for Facebook, Snapchat, companies in India, companies in US. We build a lot of technology around recruiting, right? So we have one of the largest open sources databases of skill, right? So if you go to skill project, you'll actually see, OK, how is this skill related to this skill? It's almost like a nested tree kind of structure. It's all open source. We built this over the last 4 years. And then we have a resume parser. Give us a PDF. Give us any kind of resume, and we can kind of give you a structured document back. Right? So this is the Spring Roll ecosystem. Right? So there is the blockchain at the base layer, and that's the Ethereum blockchain. And then we have the Spring Roll protocol. And then we have the Spring token, obviously, and then the network effect of having multiple users on it. And there are dApps built on it. So Workcoin is one of our partners. I think they're speaking tomorrow. So they are going to be using the Spring Roll profile to power their identity. So what goes into a profile is, as you can think of, it's education. It's where you went to school for, right? It's experience. Where did you work? Like, if you worked at Facebook, how do you verify that? If you worked at Google, how do you verify that? Then it's finally the skill sets. And this is where it gets interesting. These are the endorsements. It's all weighted. Right now, what happens on LinkedIn, it's all flat. Like, software engineering endorses me on Java, and a marketing person endorses me on Java. It's the same weight, which makes no sense, right? The person who actually knows Java should have more weightage. So we are doing a fully reputation-based, weighted graph on the skills. Yeah, so this is how the current profile looks like. And this is what the Spring Roll profile will look like, right? We have a live version on the Ethereum mainnet. So you can kind of go on the website. You can sign up. You can get your own URL. You can get your own skills endorsements. And so everything here is verified. There's a reputation score on each skill. So one of the main things is around ownership of data. Like, whatever you write on LinkedIn is you're not owning it, right? It's all with the company. You send an email, you pay $10, it all goes to LinkedIn. You are not getting it, I'm not getting it, it all goes to the company. Here, it's all on the blockchain, so it's user-owned. You control access, who gets access to it, when, and how. So this is the Spring token economics. There's a nice GIF of this on the website. Yeah, so a quick example on how the in-mail works. So on traditional LinkedIn right now, you send an in-mail, you pay in dollars, everything goes to LinkedIn. Here, what happens, you pay in dollars again, right? Those fiat gets converted into tokens, and the user get tokens. The user's network also gets tokens, right? So everyone who's endorsed or attested a user gets tokens. Yeah, so this is how the attestations work. So if I come in, I build in my profile, I bring in my friends, I bring in people I've worked with. They all attest my profile. So that's how the network effects comes in. And from one user, we go to 5, then 10, 15, like that. The roadmap, we got the white paper out in September 2017. And now we have a live version on the Ethereum mainnet. So you can go on the website, you can try it out. And then we are launching the skills, endorsements, education, and then eventually experience. Yeah, so our partnerships, I think Greg talked about Science Blockchain earlier. So Science is there. Workcoin, another freelancing platform, which will be using our identity professional profile. Then Civic and Bloom are two identity partners. So you can go on our website, you can log in with Civic. The Spring token, so 35% for the token sale, 30% for market development. That's locked in a smart contract, founders vest for 4 years, all the standard stuff. So yeah, that's how it looks right now. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. And otherwise, you can check out the website. Thank you.